What's up, everyone? First of all, I would like to thank you for tuning into this video prescription. This is in regards to Spatoon and the voice chat controversy. Now, let me just say that I actually want and would love the feature. However, I am sick and tired of hearing about the issue. I cannot recall the last time a simple feature caused such widespread controversy amongst gamers. There are some who want to boycott the game by not buying and or supporting it. Others want to purchase the game used to deny Nintendo any monetary gain. Some say voice chat is a standard feature while others believe shooters by default require voice chat. All of this nonsense has transpired because of one damn feature. Personally, I'm amongst those in the middle and would like to voice my thoughts. To those that want to boycott the game, I need you to step back and truly think for a moment. Why? Because there have been many other things far more deserving of a boycott than Spatoon and the lack of voice chat. But guess what? You instead supported them. Let's see. Destiny was promised to be an open world MMO shooter, and it is not. In fact, it is quite the opposite, more like Call of Duty with random drops. Assassin's Creed Unity is probably the biggest game ever released, and one of the buggiest, yet no signs of a boycott. Battlefield 4, the online multiplayer, is still broken to this very day with no plans to fix it, yet there was no boycott, no talk of one. EA has exclusive rights to the NFL license, which kills any chance of getting other football games, but no boycott. The Order 1886 lacked any additional modes or online multiplayer, and there was no boycott. Evolve is essentially a free-to-play shooter sold at full retail price, built on severely overpriced DLC, but no boycott. Arkham Knight will have a $40 season pass, but I hear no talk of boycotting this game. Instead, I have seen people in the comment sections state they will still buy the game, just not the DLC, as if that's going to fix the problem. Should I keep going with this? I think I will. The PS4 and the Xbox One promised you native 1080p 60 frames per second gaming. This did not happen. In fact, it happens rarely. Most of the games that release on those consoles, whether from indies or even AAA developers, do not run at their resolution and frame rate. Halo Master Chief Collection launched with a broken online multiplayer. No talk of a boycott, just plenty of bitching. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero was a $40 retail demo. No boycott. In fact, I believe the game still sold 1 million copies. A damn demo, people. The PS4 nor Xbox One are not compatible. Not backwards compatible. Did any of you boycott this? Especially considering their predecessors were. Both of them. I mean, the PS3, if you got the early version, it can play both PS2 and PS1 games. The later versions only support the PS1, but the Xbox 360, it still supports some Xbox OG games. Not all, but some. And what makes this worse, not only did any of you not boycott, the fact remains that over 20 million people have purchased a PS4. And yet I thought backwards compatibility was a standard feature, or at least it was last generation. Ubisoft, oh Ubisoft, they intentionally gimped the PC version of Watch Dogs, just so it would not perform better than the console versions. Ain't that something? But I don't recall hearing anything about a boycott or seeing any videos about boycotting. Not at all. I could be wrong, but if there was a boycott, it wasn't nearly as loud and out there as this Spatoon boycott or talk thereof. With all these things I just mentioned, yet having no voice chat and a new IP that is set to revolutionize the shooter genre from the world's top game developer is worth boycotting. That makes no sense whatsoever. And the funny thing is that this was not Nintendo's decision. We all know this. It was the developer's decision. It was their choice based on both gameplay testing and personal experience. There is nothing at all wrong with that. If someone curses you out, I would not hold it against you if you decide not to converse with that person again. Why is that? Because of your personal experience, you made a decision. We all do it every day. When something negative happens, we try to avoid it altogether. I'm sure at one point in your life, you decided not to put your hand on a hot stove because you were burned in the past. So anyone that thinks that his personal reason is dumb, step back and reflect on yourself for just a moment. We all do things that may benefit us but hinder those around us. I, for one, completely understand because I have had far more terrible chat experiences than positive ones when playing games online. And this is across all consoles: PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, which is typically why I do not utilize voice chat. You can ask anybody that plays a game with me online that has available voice chat. I typically don't use it, not even with friends. I have, I will say that, but it's definitely not something I jump to partake in. The way I see it, folks, is that Nintendo is trying to show us that the things we think are necessary are not. Every shooter over the last decade or more has been played the same way with the same people. Now, I know most of you will say it should at least be an option, and I will have to agree. I think, personally, it should be available with friends only. Overall, as much as I would love the feature, I also understand why it is not included to some extent. Key phrase, to some extent. From what I have seen of the gameplay, it is not needed as much as, say, Call of Duty or Battlefield. It's not a tactical military shooter. Nintendo wants to cater to everyone, not just the adults. That is the one thing you cannot say about Sony and Microsoft, or even the third-party developers making games for them. However, I will say this. I do not understand why it could not be an option with friends. So if you are listening to this video, Nintendo, if you are watching this, I firmly agree with the random aspect. The whole no chat with worldwide or random matches. But I do not agree when it comes to friends. It should be available. I would love to hear the frustration and laughter of my friends while dominating them. So, Alex, yeah, I'm talking to you, Bear Hugger, all the people at Gamers at Large, Coupon Strives. Yes, I would love to hear you guys while I dominate you. With saying that, I will support this game with the hope that either a patch or the sequel will include voice chat. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. This is Dr. Feelgood. I'll catch you guys later.